Hi, welcome to Grace Hill TV. My name is Pastor Sam Jacobs. Today I would like us to look at stretch. Stretch. And our text is taken from the book of Isaiah chapter number 66, verse number 7 and 8. Isaiah 66, verse 7 and 8. And it says, "Before she traveled, she brought forth. Before her pain came, she was delivered of a man-child. Who hath heard such a thing, or who hath seen such a thing? Shall the earth be made to bring forth in one day, or shall a nation be born at once? For as soon as Zion travailed, she brought forth her children." There's always a degree of pain every woman must go through to enable a push forth of her baby. And failure to feel this pain of labor will inexorably lead to surgery. It is the pain that precedes her delivery. And let's take this as a metaphor to our day-to-day living. There are inevitable pains in life we cannot circumvent. And trying to avoid your pain is an attempt of murder on your purpose. That therefore means that your pain is connected to your purpose. And your pain is to stretch you. And when God stretches you, it is only that He wants your mind enlarged, flexible, and capable to carry greatness which He has locked up on the inside of you. And when God stretches you, you might break. And even if need be for breaking, then break. Break and break. Because what breaks in you is not you, but whatever has limited your elasticity that God breaks off from you. And when God breaks you, when God stretches you rather, He won't leave you on the stretcher. And sometimes when God stretches you, it is only to straighten every crooked aspect of your life that should deny you of your greatness. Because greatness is never kind with gimmicks. The reason why God stretches us is to enable us fit enough into His purpose and plan for our lives. Because God is not only interested in taking you to the top, God is not only interested in helping you to bed forth the greatness in you, God is interested in sustainability of that your greatness. And so the reason for the pain is to equip you and prepare you for the glory. When God stretches you, He won't leave you on the stretcher. Sometimes God allows us to go through what we go through as a process that leads us into our destiny. To every purpose, there is a process. And to every process, there is always a result in the end. And until you go through the purpose of life, the process of life rather, you cannot walk into the purpose of your destiny. God allows you to go through the rigorous times of your life so as to prepare your mind mentally to be capable to carry greatness. And God wants to bed forth in you the great nation He has locked up on the inside of you. The great vision He has given to you. And greatness is often born out of fullness of adversities. And when God allows you to go through these adversities, it is not to mock you. It is not also to make you a subject of mockery to your neighbors, but to make you fit enough to learn the rudiments. So when you get into the spotlight, you won't misbehave. Because in the spotlight, there is no secret. God is interested in showing you to the world, but before He can showcase you to the world, He has to deal with every bad aspect of you that should bring you disgrace and shame when you must have gotten there. And so whatever you go through today as a challenge, it is God's will, it is God's process for you, it is God's will for you to go through it so that when you are out of it, you must have become like the dawn corn that is ready to be eaten. So let me ask you this. What are the challenges around you lately? What are the things you've been going through? And in the midst of it, you are asking, when will my time come? Hear this. You may also ask me, Pastor, when will these things be over? I do not know when your time of trials will be over. But one thing I'm sure is that he does promise that after you have suffered a while, God will perfect you, establish you, and he will settle you. And I tell you, he has also promised that sorrow endures only but for a night, but joy cometh in the morning. If only you can hold still, if only you can accept the process, because the process will always bring you progress. It takes the process of time to bring you into time itself, into manifestation of your blessing, into the manifestation of your greatness. Don't shy away from the responsibility. Don't shy away from taking responsibility of the process, because that is where your greatness lies. That is where your blessings lies. For at the end of every tunnel, there's usually a light. Keep holding still. Because what you have on the inside of you is a greatness that cannot be bet for by anybody else but by you. And God chose you so that he can use you to bet forth the greatness he has already predestined through you to bring forth into your generation. And here's the good news. Every greatness God gives to a man, and he uses the process of time to bring them out, is always a blessing to the man through whom the greatness comes through. Just like Abraham, just like David, just like Joseph, who had to go through the process of time by going down into the pit, being sold out, being betrayed by his own brethren. But in the end, we all know what the story told us. God is interested in taking you to the top. God wants to retain you at the top. But you must understand that the process is what keeps you there. The process is what makes you learn the rudiments on how to sustain you on the top or at the top. So hold still. Pull through. God is in the business of blessing you. And I tell you, if you don't give up, if you keep holding,